Hey guys, it's your girl Cashay, and welcome back to my channel.
Now I just suck it up, go through the motion, I'm taking the end of the stick. And I'm not rich, but I don't mind, minding my business, my rich.
I have been gone, yes, I know. I left you, that's a lot of abandonment issues that we have to repair. But I left because I'm pregnant. Yeah, this baby is baking right now. Yes, I am pregnant right now. I am 5 months and it's just been a lot, girl. It's been a lot. We've been moving the rooms around. So right now we're in the master bedroom, which is now me and Christian's office. That's why you don't see my banner in the back or my posters. I'm gonna get that soon. And then the baby room got my old office space. So I've been trying to figure out how to get back into YouTube. Like, yes, I want to get back to my reactions, but I wanted to get back to just talking to you guys, just chatting about what's going on, chatting about what the hell I wanted to talk about. And I found like the perfect thing. Right now, since I'm pregnant, I don't really feel like you see, I'm not wearing no makeup. I am too tired to put makeup on. I don't like the feeling on my skin at the moment. So I thought we can have chats while I do some skincare because I need it. Look at the pimples that's coming. Look at the dark circles. And I feel like this can help me be a little consistent with some skincare. Plus, I have something to talk about. Do you guys know Baby Storm? Baby Storm is an alt artist that I actually love. I was watching her last year, like as she was growing in 2022. And I remember she got into this big racial scandal where Citibank basically really just disrespected her. Her father gave her a $30,000 check so she can like pay forward her rent. And they tried to confiscate the check. They told her it wasn't her check. They told Baby Storm told them to call her father. They refused to call the father to verify the check, and they called the police and tried to lock her inside. There was like a bunch of videos on it, but when I go back on her TikTok, they're all deleted. You can only find like a couple videos like these. I'll put them up.
Breaking news, this TikToker is hitting the internet by storm. A few hours ago, she posted this video explaining her experience at Citibank. Based on the information that she provided, she went to the bank to cash in a $30,000 check that her father gave her for rent. Once arrived, the teller told her that she couldn't cash it in, had to verify it, and confiscated the check with no justification. One of the key details is that apparently she doesn't confiscate the check for just anybody, only her, which is bizarre.
Now they're locking me in the bank.
We didn't lock you in the bank.
Yeah, you're locking me. If it's closed, okay. Thank you very much. So that door is unlocked?
No.
So that door is unlocked?
Only these down, so no customer coming.
Okay, so no problem. So that door is unlocked?
All of them are unlocked.
Okay, no problem.
But you have to wait here until police came.
I don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
If you need to call my father, if you need to call whoever, you can make the call. It's not an issue.
No, the department who is doing the check, they're supposed to do it. It's not in our power, so we cannot call anybody. We call.
So you guys don't verify. You guys can't cash the check, and I'm at the bank.
If the department tells me no, we cannot, and the department tells us no, so we cannot.
Okay, so is that the reason why she was able to confiscate my check?
No, she needs to keep the check for further investigation to see where it came from.
Okay, well she just told me that she does not confiscate checks.
She didn't
but
tell that.
She just said that. She just said that. I have it on recording of her just saying that. I said, do you confiscate the checks of everyone who comes in here? She said no. I said, so why did you confiscate mine?
So the only videos you can really find is screen grabs of creators talking about it. And I don't know if that's a legal issue. I don't know if she ever got back her check. She never talked about it again. So maybe that's just like, you know, what the law and her lawyers telling her to do. But since then, she has been progressing. I love her music. She has this profound way of really showcasing Black artists, Black alt artists, especially inside of her craft, inside of her music videos. She tries her best to pick Black women or Black like alt people, or even just more, what I'm trying to say. She tries to be as inclusive as possible, especially for underrepresented teams. Some of her music that I know is Dreams, Bad Girls Club, Alone, Alt Disco, and my favorite is The City is a Graveyard. I'm hard to find you love. But that's why we're about to get into this. So let me start prepping my face, you know, get this skincare going. Don't worry, it's just paper towel water. We're gonna just wet my face up. Her latest song right now that has been making moves is Her City is a Graveyard song. And she's been in all sorts of controversy with it. Her first bit of controversy with this song was when she initially dropped her video for it, which was inside of a graveyard. And I can just let some videos play on like what people thought about it before I give my opinion. So guys, go check those out real quick.
So let's talk about this because they're trying to cancel me for this and I have a lot to say. First,
I don't really care that she responded to my comment, but my whole thing is like, it's just so rude. It takes 10 minutes out of your day to go online and look for props. Like, props are a real thing. And it's not the fact that other places film in those type of areas, but it's the fact that you didn't listen to the people that you support you as you went to us for an opinion and then did the complete opposite. Like, just make it make sense for me. Hey, do you guys think I should do this or that? Don't do this, do that. Great, I'm not gonna do that, I'm gonna do this. Where's the logic? For one. For two, don't come up here and try to tell me that it's because you searched everywhere and don't have the budget for $1,000 area. Like I said in the beginning, 20 minutes online and you literally could have bought stuff, made yourself a scene, and then sent it back and got your money back. Be for real. So don't come on here acting like you're all budget friendly. It's about respect. And that's what us people care about, especially in this generation, is respect. Dancing all over people's grave sites.
So, if you wanted to know what I'm using right now, watching, I can't speak. Being pregnant, you cannot speak because my speech problem, my tightness has been coming back full force, like ready to fight. I'm using the Tula skincare. This has been like my favorite skincare to use. It's very simple ingredients and superfoods. So yeah, very bougie for no reason. If I don't have this and I run out because I'm poor, I'm just gonna use Neutrogena. But as you can see from those videos, a lot of people did not, oh yeah, this is a scrub. A lot of people did not take that lightly. People was giving her a lot of hate. And I understand where the hate is coming from. But when it comes to stuff like that, when it comes to recording in graveyards, she did have proof of actually getting permission from the groundskeeper, having somebody from there on site. And, you know, when I watched the video, I don't know if you guys, I can put in some clips, but when I see it, I see her being very respectable. Like, she doesn't show the name. She's not, like, she blurred out the names. You can't really see. You can see the engravements, but you can't really see who it is. She's not outright walking onto the platform of where the graves are. And this is speaking from somebody that has lost so many people. So I go to the gravesite a lot to go visit my loved ones. I have, like, a lot of people that just recently passed, and I can understand, like, even when I'm walking to go find the grave of one of my loved ones, and they're like in the middle of like 40 different graves, and you have to go and look and wipe and see where they are. Like, I don't think what she's doing is very ill-intentional at all. I know she had a video where she said that, you know, when she was very young, she loved being in graveyards. It's just like a sense of tranquility for her, a sense of peace. A lot of people find it like that, which is fine, you know?
The city is a graveyard.
I like vampires too. They love, you know, being in graveyards. So some people are just like that. Some people are just different. They have different comfort levels. Me personally, the only graveyards I like to sit at, like I will sit at my auntie's or my cousin's graveyard until like dusk. Like I will sit there as long as I can, but I know I gotta get out of there because I'm not trying to get lost. Like I'm not trying to be lost inside the graveyard. I have a very like my energy waves are very sensitive. I start feeling stuff. I start feeling I gotta go. So to each their own. But I can understand why people will feel very disrespected, feel like that was inappropriate. And her only real downfall is that she asks her fans, would that be okay? And all her fans were saying, no, please don't do that. It's very disrespectful, it's very distasteful. And she did it anyway. So I think if you're going to ask your audience and they're telling you what they don't want, I think you should just like give respect what they're saying, because at the end of the day, they're the ones watching your video. I think the video is very aesthetically pleasing. I think the video is very nicely done, very elegant, very beautiful. But the majority of your fan base told you otherwise. So just be careful with that. If you're gonna go with your own, sorry Jigglypuff, if you're gonna go with your own creative expression, don't ask for nobody's opinion, because then you don't really get the backlash, you know? You could just surprise people on that. Oh my God, I can taste the sugar in this. I shouldn't be tasting the sugar in this. I'm gonna get a nice lather of scrub in this, especially since I'm not using my spin brush right now. I think that's just overkill because I use it in the morning and I try to use it at night. But I don't really be doing that because I'm so tired. Look at the eyes. Look at the eyes, so tired. So just gonna use my hands for now till I have like a little pad to go like that without the actual electric spin brush. And I'm just, if you wonder what I'm doing, I'm dipping my hand in my little mixing bowl full of water, just so I can keep getting the lather going through. So on that same topic, I feel like it really does coincide with what's going on right now, where she's saying the video that she has recently done for Target is racist. So when she did the graveyard, City of the Graveyard video, she screamed that it was racist that people would say that it was inappropriate for her to do it when there were other people that had recorded in graveyards. Which I understand, because I see a whole bunch of other like white girls and stuff like that, you know, that will go into graveyards. But I'm not gonna lie, they get the same reception, like they get the same energy. I can post some videos of other white creators that went and, you know, went into graveyards, recorded, very distasteful, and they got backlash. And one of the people that she, you know, reposted about being dancing inside of a graveyard, it's like this older white lady, and she took down that video. I looked all up and down her TikTok. She took down that video, so I'm pretty sure she got a lot of backlash and did not keep that video up.
Guys, what's up? We're in a graveyard and today we're going to be trying to give tingles to some ghosts. So let's give it a try. So you guys, were with Hiram H. Smith today. And he has a really unique looking headstone. It's really cute. I brought him a pineapple because he did die in 1921. So I don't know if pineapples were invented yet because it's pretty old. So I wanted him to smell some pineapple. Hiram.
Okay. Look at my neck dripping. Look at that nose being red. I look like Rudolph. Rudolph the red black girl. Sorry, Jigglypuff. I'm just abusing you. I'm so sorry. They're gonna cancel me for abuse of Jigglypuff. I'm pregnant. I need it. I need a break. Come on. Oh, I'm gonna go in with the cleanser, the face cleanser. So yeah, I understand what she was trying to say, like I'm doing this and it's getting an immense backlash, but you're also a creator with 1 million+ followers. Also, by the time of the Target incident, I think she lost about 200,000 followers when I seen it. She was at a 1.8 and then now she has been at a 1.6, which is gonna make a lot of sense towards the end of this. The reason why I bring this up is because that song, "The City is a Graveyard, I'm haunted by your love," is now trending. It's been trending for the last week, well, the last 5 days, which is like a week to some people. It's been trending all over, from CNN to the New York Post. A bunch of different takes have been brought onto this. And I just want to read, like, some of these are just like literally like photo, like copy and paste. But let me just read you like one of the articles. It says, Target employee called racist for calling cops on a flash mob that tried to film dance video in store. A wannabe pop star, I don't like that. I don't like how they went about that. Is receiving backlash online after she labeled a Target employee as a racist for calling the police on her flash mob that showed up uninvited to a store and began filming a dance video. Baby Storme, an internet personality who released a song titled "The City is a Graveyard," posted videos on YouTube and X, which is Twitter now, I know, right? Title, "Racist Employee Calls the Police on Us for Dancing." In the video, Baby Storme, who lists Los Angeles as her hometown on social media, and about a dozen other people dressed in goth-inspired costumes, it's alt clothing, relax, began to slow dance as they walked through the aisles at a Target whose exact location could not be determined. I cannot read, I'm so sorry in advance. As the large group of mostly women dance to the song, an employee is seen blocking the camera view in an apparent attempt to stop the spectacle. We're going to have to call the police on you guys, the employee was heard saying. The video cuts to the store employee telling the group that they were posing a safety hazard, promoting cries from protesters from the dances. And the video that was on her YouTube talking about the incident of Target is now taken down. Also, the video on X, I almost said Twitter, but it's not Twitter, was taken down also. So everything was taken down except for her video on TikTok. So Instagram, I believe she took it down. I'm not sure, I gotta go check. But I know Twitter, where it had almost about 60 million views, 64 million views, she took that down, and she took down the full video that she posted on her YouTube. And now let's wipe my face again because the soap is like sitting.
Oh.
That's becoming a safety hazard.
Hey, if we all just start and multiple people record, they can't block it. Right.
We can sing it too. City is a graveyard.
Can you move your wings?
Don't worry about it.
So, you guys seen the video. Now, I'm going to level with you guys. That employee was not being racist. I know there was talk about her, like Baby Storme, if you check out these Twitter tweets, I'm gonna put them on the screen. She talks about how the employee called the cops before they even walked into the store. And that's why she deemed it racist, because before they even got into the grounds, like inside the store, they were only in the parking lot in the area. And it was about 20, 15 of them. And they all look great. Loved everything. She said that she was not inside the building yet and they already called the cops. So I'm going to be completely honest here. I used to work at Target recently. Only for like a week or two. But recently I have worked at Target. I had to stop because this baby is high risk. The baby don't like to move around that much, and I'm going to do what the baby says. Back to Big Storm. Oh, I'm going to put a turmeric clay mask on. Just so, I don't even know this brand. I just got it off for, what's that company that's taking over all companies? Amazon. I got it from Amazon. So just a turmeric. I can't speak. Whatever. Fuck it. It's just my own turmeric mask. So I'm just gonna put that on my face while we continue. So she deemed that it was racist because before she even got inside, they called the cops. So I used to be an employee of Target, and you had to go through training, especially when you have large crowds inside of Target, because since Target has a lot of mothers with children and people that come in there on a daily basis, it's very busy. They try not to make it as congested because it is a fire hazard, especially since you have so many different aisles where people can be at. Like when I was working there, the Target I worked at, and the most of the protocols, it's one person inside of that entire section. So I was mostly in the clothes section. So it would just be like me and like the majority of the clothes section for women. And then for men, somebody else have, and for babies, somebody else is there. So, you know, there's not like multiple different employees. So if you're in the front, especially because she said that it was 9:30, Target closes at 10. And Target doesn't just close at 10 and everybody just leaves, because I was night shift. Target closes at 10. And then we have to stay an additional hour. The last 15 minutes, we spend searching the entire store, making sure everybody got out. The first 15 minutes of 10 o'clock. Then we're organizing, fixing everything, making sure everything is sanitary. So it was a lot of work for bullshit pay, being honest. If she went in there at 9:30, where that is like the most time that where everybody's scrambling, we're watching the clock, we're watching the people. We're not trying to have any disturbances whatsoever. I look like I have a beard. We're not trying to have any disturbances because that's just gonna make more work for us. We're just gonna have to be there longer. We're gonna have to bend over, pick up stuff. Other people can be like just being extra, hiding in the aisles and stuff, just like that one YouTube couple. So I'm trying to like get everything. All right, that should be fine for right now. Just let that sit for 10 minutes, right? Okay. So if you're trying to get everybody out, you don't want some big disturbance happening at 9:30, 30 minutes before closing, 30 minutes as you're trying to shut everything down, get everybody to not want to stay at Target even longer than they should. You see what I'm saying? When it comes to the her saying that the racism started when they called the cops when she was in the parking lot, security has cameras all over, and on property, like Target has a clause, and if you look up their thing, like on their help links, it says it right here, and I can post it. But they have a clause where you cannot have any disturbances on or off their property, or they will call the police. And their property starts from the parking lot. They own that whole thing. Like from their parking lot, from when the parking lot ends to where the store ends, and beyond that where the dumpsters are at, that's all their property. The reason why they have a no disturbance clause is because they're trying to make people buy and leave. Buy and leave. Supply and demand. It's a business. That's why they had to call the cops on you. And technically, it would not be security calling the cops. I know he said I called the cops, but it's not security calling the cops. Security, so basically inside of Target towards the back is where the general manager is. And they're watching constantly the cameras. They're doing meetings, but they're watching the cameras constantly. They're making sure everything is good, especially if they're in night shift. So if they see a disturbance, they call security. And security has to go and try to mediate the things, but it literally comes from general manager. If the general manager says, hey, there's a big crowd outside, tell them we're gonna call the cops, most likely it's a threat. So they haven't called them yet. They just want the group to disperse. So you tell them like, hey, the cops are being called, because technically the security guard doesn't know if they called the cops or not. So the cops are being called, guys, please disperse. You have to get off the property, especially if you're in a group of 15 to 20 people. And I understand she was very upset, but if you don't get permission, like Todrick Hall, he had a video inside of Target. He got permission for that video. Like he got permission to be in that, like to do that video with that group of people. And this video is dope. Here's a clip. So yeah, he did do a video like that, but you have to get permission. And it has to go, it can't just go, oh, I'm gonna do a video in here. No, like they actually have to process it. It takes like probably like 2-3 weeks to even get an approval from corporate to say, okay, that can help our brand, that's good, free advertisement, we're in for it. But if you just go in there, expecting it to be like how YouTubers are, when it's just them and one other person or 2 other people with a video camera, and it's fine because it's just 1-2 people. That's not how it works. Baby Storm actually has a video of her, I believe, in Target by herself doing the city of a graveyard, and nobody messed with her because it was just her by herself.
The city is a graveyard.
It's not multiple different people doing a flash mob. That can in turn, you don't know what can happen. Somebody can trip, somebody can fall. There could be kids running around with a sharpened card and just run everybody over in a dance mob. Like, you don't know what can happen because it's not in a controlled environment. And, you know, speaking as somebody who had to ask permission to do like certain videos and stuff like that, it's imperative to ask for permission, not only for your safety and for your project, but for other people's safety and other people in that establishment. The reason that guy got in front of your camera, the security guard, is because Target don't play. And they will find the store number, they will find who was on duty, what time, who was the security guard. And if he did not actively show that he was trying to shut down the disturbance, he would be fired.
Fired.
I beg your pardon?
Fired.
But I...
And Target don't pay that much, okay? Target do not pay that much. So if he's working at Target and he's getting fired over a video that he's not gonna get any compensation for, come on, let's be honest and real. Like, you can disturb his whole life, his livelihood. You don't know if he got kids, a wife, a girlfriend. You don't know if he's financially stable, trying to get on his feet. Nobody's going to risk that for your video at all. I didn't hear that man make any racial comments. I didn't hear him say, get the fuck out or anything like that. Like some other security guards in another video Texas. That was extremely disrespectful. I think, let me actually talk about it. There was like a video from a bowling alley in Texas about these two black security guards. One was like albino black or very light-skinned black, and then another one was dark-skinned, and they treated these group of black girls like crap. And I know they were underage drinking, because some of them in that group was not 21. They were trying to underage drink. The person took the drink back, or the bartender took the drink back, and then from there all hell broke loose. But the way that those security guards treated those girls was like inner colorism. Like, that was so disrespectful. They maced one of the girls that was already leaving the property. They followed the girls all the way outside towards their car, which is a very just disgusting safety breach. They impersonated an officer saying they were PPO, and they were not. They were security guards. And I feel like that is a level of just discrimination, disregard for your safety. And it really shows how high how far a situation can go if it cannot be escalated.
Touch me. You said you touch her. We ain't did shit. We getting our stuff. We putting our stuff on. Stop touching her. Come on. Stop. Chill. She going.
Don't run now, bitch. Think I'm playing? You think I'm playing? Get in the car. I don't give a fuck. I already called him.
Come
on. It don't matter. They gonna
on.
listen to me. Get in the fucking car.
I'm waiting for them hoes to come
All
out.
right.
Y'all not no fucking officers.
No, I am, bitch. P.I. PPO. Like I am, BAS. You get the fuck out of here. Bye. Go. Get out of here. I give you shit. Get your ass off the bus.
Badge number is eat a dick.
Hey.
Eat a dick. That's the badge number. Go fuck your mother. That's the badge
These
number.
are security guards that said
I don't care.
They won't get nobody a badge.
I don't care.
None of that.
And I believe the difference between those security guards and the ones at Target is Target told you guys constantly that you couldn't come in. From outside the parking lot, they said you could not come in. You guys still went in. You guys trespassed, technically. You're lucky you didn't get arrested for that. Because if they told you, if you're saying that from the parking lot, they said they were going to call the cops and you still went inside, you're trespassing now. And they're trying to de-escalate the issue. I understand you want to do your video on Target. I understand you want to do that flash mob, but that was not the time or the place. Furthermore, you actually did do a beautiful flash mob. I don't know, I think it was somewhere in Los Angeles where it's kind of like Times Square in New York, and you guys just looked at beautiful. Y'all did your whole dance number and it was incredible to see. I wish I was actually there so I can cheer you guys on. I absolutely adored it. And I felt like that was what you were supposed to do from the get-go. Here's like a clip of it.
The city is a graveyard. I'm haunted by your love. The city is a graveyard. Stay there. I see the visions of us. The city is a graveyard. I'm haunted by your love. The city is a graveyard. I'm haunted by your love.
Baby Storm. Baby Storm. Baby Storm.
They were cheering for her at the end. They were really like supportive. Everybody loved it. And it didn't cause any disturbances. They weren't blocking any cars. They weren't, you know, being disrespectful. Nobody was booing them. Everybody was just enjoying the moment. So yeah, again, the videos were taken down. She took them down. It's the same thing with Citibank. I feel like Baby Storm does not like when she is not liked. And I can show you, I can prove to it, because there's actually a video on her TikTok of her saying it. And I downloaded it just in case she deleted it. So she actually took down that video. Good thing I saved it, because she did take down that video of her stating that she was very hurt that everybody was coming at her. She believed that it was racism, but I'll just let her speak for herself.
My music. So let's talk about this. Excuse the fact that I just woke up. That's why my voice sounds like this. And I slept with makeup on and my contacts, and I'm sorry, I look crazy. Let's talk about this. I've actually never been in like controversy like this before, like anything real. So let's talk about it, I guess. The reason why I said that person was racist, and I actually still believe that they're racist, I don't really care what anybody tells me to try to tell me that they're not, is because this man had already called the police on us before we had even entered the building. Mind you, it was 9:30. Target closes at 10. The Target that we went to was literally empty. There was no one in there, right? So we all met outside the Target, and then we were out there for like 1 minute or so, a few minutes, and literally while we're out there, the security guard, as soon as we walk in, the security guard had told us, oh, the police are already on their way. And I was confused because I'm like, wait, this guy doesn't even know that we're doing like a flash mob. Like, why did he call the police? So at this point now, me and this guy are going back and forth, and I'm like, why did you call the police? Like, why did you have to call the police? He's like, oh, because you guys are a safety hazard. And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, we actually just came here to dance. And he's like, okay, well, you're not allowed to film in here. And I'm like, okay, so we won't film then. Like, we're like, okay, we're not going to film. So we stopped filming, and we're like, okay, well, we came to do a dance. Like, could we do it? And he's like, no, you guys have to get out of here. Like, you know, you guys are a safety hazard and all of these different things. So we're like, okay, well, that's kind of crazy. Like, you called the police on us before we walked into the building based off what? Like, obviously based off what we look like. Like, there's no other reason. Like, we've all seen flash mobs. 2 years ago, there was literally an anti-mask flash mob in a Target. And it's all white people destroying property, screaming, no mask, no mask, and not one security guard called the police on them. Yes, I know that they ended up getting in trouble and whatever, but in the moment, they weren't sent home. Security wasn't rushing up to them before they even walked in the building and calling the police on them. But that's what happened to me. And when I say it's racist, everyone's telling me, no, it's not. I'm sorry, but that's just how I feel. I don't really understand. Like, I kind of thought that if you call the police on somebody before they even enter a building, before they do anything, like here's the thing, like, okay, and then Twitter. Let's talk about Twitter. Then I post this on my Twitter. Overnight, literally everyone sees it. As you can see, 47, almost 50 million views. Everybody's coming for me everywhere because I used the word racist, and everyone's telling me, oh, it wasn't racist. Okay, fine. Now I have Andrew Tate's brother, Tristan Tate, coming for me, calling me a vile person and all sorts of things because I said that I believe that this experience was racist, and honestly, it 100% was. Here's the thing. If you don't believe that my experience was racist, that's fine. Like, you don't have to believe that, but I'm allowed to believe that. Like, me as a black woman, that's my right. I'm allowed to believe that something is racist, and yes, I am gonna believe that somebody's racist if they call the police on me before I even enter a building. You know, this whole world saw me walk into a bank last year and try to deposit a check and get the cops called and locked in a bank. I know what racism is. I've dealt with racism for 23 years of my life. Okay, don't sit here and tell me that something is not racism, especially if you're not black. This is not racism. This is not racism. And the crazy part about it is that there's a lot of black people who, like, you know, obviously I love my community, but there's a certain genre of the black world that simply just does not like me and does not like what I stand for, because to them I'm like the weird emo girl. Like, I saw black people, like, you know, also attacking me, saying, oh, they didn't kick you out because you're black. They kicked you out because you're weird. You're weird, you're weird, you're weird, you know? And now I have Andrew Tate's family coming for me. I have the whole right wing coming for me. And it's like, you know what's crazy? You literally would have thought that I went to Target to go kill somebody. Like, you literally would have thought that I went to Target to go and whatever you thought. My favorite flash mob was actually filmed in Target. One of the girls suggested after we filmed in the Grove that we should go to Target. And I was like, oh wow, one of my favorite flash mobs was filmed there, we should do it. You know, Like, we came there to dance. We came there to spread joy, and obviously it didn't go our way. I believe it was racially motivated. If you don't, that's fine. Okay, but the way people have been painting me to be this terrible person, the way everyone, the whole internet, millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of people are attacking me and trying to, you know, frame me as a terrible person because I said that I believe that this guy was racist because he called the cops on us before we even entered the building. So now I'm a terrible person. I guess I'm a vile person. I'm this and that. I'm not even allowed to speak on what I believe is my experience. Really? Okay then. Okay, then I guess I'm a terrible person then. Whatever.
As I said, okay, let me try to wipe this off now. It's getting a little much. I feel like she understands like what she did wrong in the video. That's why, you know, it was hurting her a lot. She thought she was gonna get a different type of response. And I think that coincides with her taking down the video on multiple different platforms. Honestly, I think she didn't take down the one from TikTok because she's waiting to get paid from it. So that explains why she didn't take that one down just yet. But I feel like once she does get paid for it, because that one has about like 1 million views, she will be taking that down from TikTok. I'm just saying, just as a TikTok creator, you know. Look at that, look at that, look at the brightness, giving me life in this dull ass skin. I think she overanalyzed the situation. I think she thought that, you know, people would just welcome it with open arms. I think she kind of said in her head maybe like, okay, this is free publicity for Target. It's gonna go viral, which it did. But, you know, it didn't go viral in the right way. And I think, honestly, she got a cease and desist letter from Target to tell her to take down the video. Because Target doesn't want to be deemed racist. They just had a whole thing with the LGBTQ plus community. They don't want no other drama. Let me just wipe off the rest of this real quick because it's a lot to talk and try to wipe. I'm losing my train of thought. I truly believe that Baby Storm knows what she's doing, what she did wrong. But she's still young. She's 23. She's still trying to figure out a world where a lot of people still are very discriminatory towards people dressing and expressing themselves in a way that they want to. But you also live in 2023 where people are very accepting, and there are a lot worse things happening inside of 2023 with people really getting harassed, people dying from racism, people dying from hate mobs, discrimination for jobs, like stuff that is really happening to people. And I think crying racism at every turn just because you don't get what you want, or just because somebody puts you in your place, or you feel like somebody else got away with it, because she did say that. There's a video here that she posted on her Twitter about other white people getting away with that. They never got away with that. They actually got charged because there was a safety hazard, and I think they got banned from Target. So they're not getting away with it. Security might not have been as fast, but remember, you were already outside. And then you came inside. So they were already on your ass. I'm sorry. They were already on your ass. It's not like you just all came in there individually, one by one, in regular clothes, and then started your bullshit. Because that's what those white people did. They started their bullshit in regular clothes. But when you bring a whole bunch of alt girls, guys, gender fluid, in one space, you're going to get noticed. Because nobody else dressed like that. I'm going to see you. Like, that's like me dressing in and painting my body entirely in pink and then going into a corporate business and expecting them not to see me. You see what I'm saying? Like, they're going to stop me. They're gonna be like, why are you walking in here all pink? This is business casual. Again, this is no hate at all. I think a lot of people is very sensitive in this time and feel like we should baby everyone and, oh, don't say that, you're gonna hurt her feelings. But sometimes in order to have somebody have real growth, you need to have people talk to them. And I'm in a space where I feel like I can say that. I have worked at Target. I'm in a space where a lot of alt girls especially on my Facebook. I have my own group called Noir 11 where I promote individuality, aesthetics, alt fashion, cosplaying, anime, kawaii, Lolita, and all of the above. I am that one person that I'm gonna tell you straight, baby Storm. You cannot keep calling racism because a lot of unfair stuff happens to you unless it's absolutely racism. I get the stuff that happened to you in Citibank. That was completely uncalled for, and that was racist. But just because somebody is not letting you do something that you feel like you should be able to do, that is not racist. And you have to remember that you are somebody who has gotten followed by Lady Gaga, retweeted by Doja Cat, and have over 1 million, even if you lost some followers, you have over 1 million followers on TikTok. You are an icon right now for the alt community, for the Black alt community. You are making music and paving the way for other Black girls to be expressive, to be honest with themselves, to build their own platform, to, not feel like they shouldn't share spaces with other people. You need to be held accountable for your actions because you need to know that if you mess up and you show that you have no remorse and you show that you cannot take in stride and say, okay, maybe I was wrong. I was wrong and I'm gonna do better. You're messing up the industry for every other Black alt girl that wants to be a part of that industry. That's going to get turned away because they're gonna look at what you did and say, well, this person was really big and then look what she did. Like, you don't want that. You don't want that to be your paper trail. Let me put some serum on and then we're gonna put some moisturizer on and wrap up this video. Hey, look at that skin. Yeah, I think that's gonna be my new thing. Hopefully we can post it on Sundays. It could be skincare story Sundays. Okay. It can be a lot to get hate as a creator, especially if you're an independent creator building everything out of your own pocket. But the bigger you get, the more criticism you will have. And it's not just you, it's everybody. Everybody gets criticism until they have a PR team that handles the criticism for them. And that's okay. I love Baby Storm. I love her music. I believe that your videos is very beautiful. And I believe your aesthetic and your fashion is very unique to you and can really inspire a whole bunch of people, even me. Please think forward. And everybody that's supporting her and saying she did nothing wrong, I want you to really do a little bit of reflection in yourself, because we as a Black community, I don't want us to be in this victim mentality where we cry and we piss and we moan about every little thing that does not go our way. If we want respect and we want everybody to treat us as equals, you have to be willing to be treated as an equal when stuff does not go your way. And you cannot cry and say, well, this person's being mean to me, or I didn't like the way he said it. You're entitled to feel how you feel. But right is right and wrong is wrong. And you cannot accuse people that can potentially ruin their life. You see what I'm saying? Accusing somebody to be racist if they're not actually being racist, just because they're treating you like a human being and saying what you're doing is not right or crappy, you are the wrong person, because you're trying to take away their power, their livelihood, to make yourself feel better. See what I'm saying? Whoa! I am running really long on this video and I'm gonna have to edit the fuck out of this video. So I'm gonna cut it here short. Hopefully I can get back to you again. Hopefully I don't have like sleep paralysis and stuff and I get too tired. But really fun having a chat with you guys. I think I'm trying to make this a little cute series, self-care stories, Saturdays, Sundays, whatever. But I'll talk to you guys later. Stay beautiful, stay clean. Keep that skin nice and glowy. And until next time, I'll see you later. Bye.
Stop grabbing for people who are far away. Bringing up to apartments to fill the empty space. Jealousy in environments was still your favorite. Looking up at the universe for another day. Do the abuse, I never broke kayfabe. I think I'm weird, you should see me on fade day.